Alright, welcome everyone to this week's lap guide. So we're at the Autopolis International Racing Circuit here in the AMG Mercedes this week. So round 7 of the 9-round season, so championship spicing up. Hope everyone's enjoying it so far. And yeah, we'll hop on board the AMG and I'll show you how I like to drive around this track. Hopefully you guys can get a few pointers out of it. So coming into turn 1, looking at just after 100 metre board, the orange fencing there on the left. Hard on the brakes, and then trailing it off, down in the second, on the apex, carrying the momentum, using all the track limits out on the left. We've got equal conditions there, so I reckon turn 1 could be a bit of an issue with heavy winds. And then for this corner here, I like to use this little side road access as a braking point. Up at 100%, then trailing back off to 50, just trailing the brakes in here, getting your nose tucked in, carrying the momentum through, up into third, then down into second to get the rotation, let the car guide itself and flow through here. Could be a tyre burner circuit as well, so be aware of that. And then up into third to keep the car rotating, and then as soon as you're in a straight line here, I like to use the end of the curbing on the right, hard on the brakes, getting it down in the first. Get the car tucked up on the curb here. The curbs here like to help rotate the car, so use them where you can. Getting good drive out of that corner. Coming up the hill, so this is where get off the throttle, maybe a little dab of the brakes, get the nose tucked in, but at the end of this curbing on the right is where you like to get the turning point. So a little tap of the brakes, 50% throttle, 50% throttle, and then I like to use where this rubbered in section here is just on the left, where the dial is, where the extra bit of rubber on the curb is, that's where I need to start getting on full throttle. So full throttle, use the full track width, keep the car tucked to the right here for the upcoming corner, and use the second of the arrow signs here as your braking point. Hard on the brakes, down in the first. Be careful of the off-camber corner here, can catch a few cars out, especially if you're throwing up a late move up the inside, you might slide into people that are on the outside of you. So first, then in the second to get the rotation, then you come down the hill to probably one of the trickiest corners of the track to get right every time. So you're looking at, kind of in line with the 50 metre board there on your left, but on the right side I use that little orange marker on the fence as my guide. So you go into about 50% brake here, and getting that nose tucked in. Don't want to go too much on the brakes here, otherwise you will go understeer out. I missed this by about half a car's width. Yeah, get the momentum, get the car straight, and then turning point is at the end of this curb here. Keeping the flow, getting up on the curb to use that grab of the car. Keeping that momentum coming through here. Third, and on the brakes, just a little bit, down in the second. Make sure you don't drift too wide there, the marbles can send you straight out into the gravel trap. As soon as you're straight enough here, full throttle, drift out to the right a little bit, come under the bridge, off the throttle, and use that curb there on the left to grab the car again. A little bit of a slide, and bring the car back to the middle of the circuit, just inside the marbled lineup, all the marbles out there. Just let the car drift, 50% throttle, 50% throttle, you know, and then as soon as this little side access road just here on my right, that's when I'm my go-to point for getting on 100% throttle to get a good run down the start finish straight. So there you go. That was a lap around Autopolis International Circuit. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll move on to the lap without me talking. But yeah, if you could like and subscribe, that'd help the channels out. And yeah, have a good round, everyone.